That is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
Now, more than ever before, we, the people, must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a better nation, to transform Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. I want to welcome you to the hub. Again, we have a unique moment in time to have a dialogue using radio and social media to connect. The folks on Facebook, please share the live. The folks on YouTube, do the same thing. Those on Vibes 101.3 FM and 106.3 FM, welcome. And please tell your neighbor, tell your friend, I am on. And again, I will start off with some positive news. I want to share with you some of the positive things that are happening in the country. I want you to break away or come from that negative mindset, come off from that and embrace positivity and celebrate the good things that are happening in our country.
Hi, morning. My name is Eudine Dorka. I am the project manager for this project, starting from Vincent Medical Station to the Pedmotor Junction. This project started the first week in April, like April 7th. And we have done the greater part of the asphalt so far. That is about 1,200 feet. We're looking to complete by, just for paving asphalt, by Friday. This project consists of milling and paving. There are areas that we have to fill in and strengthen on the edges of but for the most part, we're just milling 2.5 inches and placing back 2.5 inches of asphalt. There are some areas that we have skipped, and that's because there additional work had to be done, like some of the crossings in the road, a retaining wall, widening of the road. So those areas, once we're complete with the paving get to the junction, then we'll come back and address those. I think for the most part, it's about 3 areas that we're going to be doing. So we're going back at the beginning from the medical station, and anywhere that we see that there are issues, we will address those and make sure that it's not raveling, and if we have to mill it and remove it, we'll do that. I've walked the job with the contractor. I've identified a lot of the areas that needs to be addressed, and they're starting today, they'll start doing those. Then you can see some areas that we have started doing the striping for the edges, and we'll continue to do that. This will be the first phase of the striping. The second phase would be the thermoplastic, and then we'll, come in, that's the hot striping with the reflectivities. This is one of our first projects that we're attempting to pave using hot mix and not cold mix. It's a difference. And also doing the pavement markings for some of the areas, because the width of the road is not wide enough. You may just see the edge line and not the striping in the middle of the road, but areas that we can, you'll see. I don't think I've heard any negative. They come up, they ask questions. Late at night, they come out and see the operation going, and they're very happy about the paving of the road.
Yes, so that project continues from Pedmotor Junction, and they're going all the way to Syracuse. So I think they're at that point where you can go to the top road and reach that junction where you can go up to Apwitut, Bellevue, back down to PT Esperance, that kind of area there. I don't know that back road, the name, but I passed there a number of times. So they're right around there. It would take them a bit of work and time to get to Syracuse, to get down that side. But so far, so good. I had the opportunity to pass on that piece of road, or parcel of road that they did. And I honestly thought I was in Dubai or Singapore, somewhere outside of Grenada. And from my investigation, that is how the roads will look. So that is the goal. That's the standard that they're striving to attain, to get to. So yes, right, so someone is saying that's Providence, right? So that road there, Providence. Beautiful, thank you. So besides that road, you can actually see the people who normally pave the road, do the asphalt paving. They're doing a way better job now than before because they have asphalt. The materials, they're available. So they're doing longer areas of paving with asphalt. And it's notable. If you go around the country, you will recognize it, you will feel it. If you speak to bus operators, if you speak to motorists generally, they will tell you that they're recognizing, they're seeing a marked difference and improvement with the whole asphalt paving. The roads are looking really good. And I want to applaud the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell. He's the Minister for Infrastructure, and he had the vision. And he also had the patience, because there was a time when people were running on the government and they had all kind of stuff to say about the roads. And he said to the Grenadian people, have some patience, bear with us. We are working on a master plan. And once we get the asphalt plant going, once we break that monopoly and we can get reliable companies to do some of the work, things will start moving faster. And we are seeing that today. So we have to commend him for his vision, for his foresight, and we are reaping the fruits. You travel throughout the country, and it is very, very, very good. Our roads, the type of work that they are doing. Sometimes you just have to have patience. And with development comes sacrifice, comes certain, challenges and so on. But we have to be patient and supportive throughout. So again, nice work, and we look forward to the completion of that. All right.
My name is Udine Dorka. I am the project manager for the Cliff Road project. The overall project was retaining walls, sidewalk, drainage. We have box drains, we have slipper drains, reconstruct the road. So we went to the sub-base and build up from the sub-base to the final asphalt. We are right now at the stage of completing asphalt. We have a few other things that we need to get completed, like our roundabout at the bottom of the Cliff Road and the Cafe Road. And also we have some concrete work outside of the roadway. We're not going to close the roadway. Right now the road is open and it's being utilized. Other than that, we have some guardrails and handrails that has to be installed. So within the next couple of weeks, you'll see a lot of that work going on. Trying to address all the driveways. We have a difficult time adjusting the driveways with the roadway. So we had to take a minute and look at every driver individually and see how we can address so that the transition from the road and the driveway, the vehicles are not damaged in any way. Our final phase, you will see that we're going to do some pavement markings and add some signs to the project at Woburn intersection, all the way down to Cafe and the Cliff Road. You will see edge markings, center line, some arrows, and this intersection where we're going to include the roundabout. You'll see some pavement marking and signs also. The roundabout is just going to be, as the original plan shows, will be done at the bottom. The top will be pavement marking as shown on the plan. We're not going to include the roundabout at this point.
Yes, so they're on the move. They're getting the job done. And I really want to applaud the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team, because they told all of us just a matter of time. Let's have patience, things going to happen.
My name is Reno Kajada, Managing Director of the Reno Construction Group of Companies. Today we are on the Willis Road. It's actually Willis Constantine because it's actually two roads joining each other. We've been awarded this project and we have started about 3 weeks ago for us to get it moving. The weather is great. The residents have been very cooperative, understanding what we are doing. So most of the times we'll have to close the road and it will cause some inconvenience, but that too we are very satisfied with. I also think they are happy with the progress of works, what we have done and how we are doing it. A couple of big retaining structures that we need to put up. As we take a little walk down, you will see what it is. But we have some massive cuts, which is on the hillside, and we have some big walls on the lower side. That will make a significant improvement with the road because the corners there are really, really tight. By the time we've done, a 40-foot trailer should be able to make it through to the bottom end. However, on the Constantine end, it's a lot more difficult because there are houses there and it may not be as easy because of how close the houses are. But we will do whatever we can in terms of drilling and slabbing the existing drains to make it a little wider than it already is. We have 9 months to get this job completed. We are 3 weeks into the job, but we are sure that we could finish that in much less time than that. So we are going to give it as much attention as we possibly can to make this happen. As you could see, we have the drainage works going. We have a couple of box culverts to do on the other jobs as well. So we'll move the guys around to make it as efficient as we possibly can. On this particular project, we have about 40 persons employed on the project. However, we have people coming in daily and leaving daily because it depends on the project that we're doing. So like this morning, you'll see a few guys by 1 o'clock because we have to cast concrete and we have to put in some of the retaining blocks in the bottom. You're going to see another 15, 20 guys coming in. So it all depends on the activities taking place at the time.
Yes, so things are happening. Things are happening. I know of the Mabuya Road. That construction is ongoing. I know of the Florida Government School, the St. David Catholic Secondary School, the Grenada Christian Academy, the St. Andrew Anglican Primary. I think is it the Holy Innocent? That school up that side. Then you have the Calais Government Expansion Project, the School for Special Ed Expansion Project. I know of the Sotes Medical Station, being renovated and upgraded the Grand Roy Medical Station, being renovated and upgraded the Pedmotor Medical Station, that too, Granbra, the medical station, and the bridge, Balthazar Bridge, that whole area there over the Grande Tang, they're widening and improving that. You know of the water improvement projects throughout the country, pipeline, the improvement in the sewer project, that sewer system in the town of St. George, all the way down to Grandance. And we can go on and on. You have police station, the Grenville police station, down to be constructed. The new teaching hospital facility, they've already turned the sod for that. Very soon you're going to see actual work there. You look at the Coast Guard, they're getting a new Coast Guard, $20-something million is the cost of that, upgrades to that facility. Well, we know the St. Paul's police station was upgraded and renovated. And we can go on and on, the Hillsborough police station, and, you know, so much infrastructure. The night landing in Carriacou, Lauriston, for the airport. Then you have the jetty, Windward Jetty. You have a lot of major roads being constructed in Carriacou. So a good friend said to me, is it T for the RC? All right, I hope it's just because I think there's another school that they're constructing, all right, and it's near completion. So quite a bit of activity, quite a number of projects are happening. They continue with the solar lights, that solar light project in different constituencies. They continue with a number of youth programs, programs in agriculture, assistance given to farmers. Public officers continue to be regularized. More recruits in terms of police officers, prison officers. We can go on and on and on. Things are happening. You know, only today, a goodly gentleman was saying to me, he works with solid waste and he picks up garbage, and he has never seen so many houses being constructed throughout the country. People are building houses. People are constructing homes. And once you have construction booming, meaning houses are being built, you have laborers, carpenters, masons, people doing interior designing, tiling, plumbing, electrical, painting, that kind of thing. People are getting work. And you have a lot of people who depend on construction to make ends meet. Carriacou.
AU Boutique Resort development is one step closer to becoming a reality in St. Louis, Carriacou. Developers Marie and Renata Fielden are moving forward with plans for the 30-room True Blue Bay Resort, Carriacou, a project valued at approximately $5 million EC and financed by Republic Bank. The resort is expected to enhance the island's tourism product while creating employment and business opportunities for residents. The development has received the support from the government of Grenada, which has committed to constructing the main access road to the sites as part of the project.
My name is Marie Fielden, and this is my sister Renata Fielden, and we are going to be the drivers behind the Carriacou project. We are planning to build a sister hotel, True Blue Bay Resort, a sister hotel on our sister island, Carriacou. So the main point of the town hall today was to talk about the project, what are some of the facilities that we're going to have, and also just to educate people a little bit about who we are as a company, what we stand for, and how we've been operating for the last 28 years.
So we're planning to do a 30-room resort, 20 of which will be standard rooms, and then 8 of them will be suite style, with 2 of those suite style being 2-bedroom suites. We're planning to have 2 pools on the property, as well as a beachfront restaurant area with access to one of the pools, which would be a public pool area for those who are using the restaurant. We'll also have a spa.
Developers recently hosted a community meeting to share plans for the resort and gather feedback from residents. Architectural designs prepared by local firm Coco were presented, while discussions focused on the project's timeline and anticipated impact on the community. The proposed eco-friendly development has already received support from local tourism stakeholders. Hospitality veteran Lottagen Friday welcomed the investment, noting its potential to strengthen Carriacou's tourism industry and contribute to sustainable growth.
I was up here in Carriacou for business actually, and I just came across knowing that they had a town hall meeting, so I decided to join. And I have been in the hotel business for the last 10 years, and True Blue Bay Resort in Grenada has been like a big sister to me. They have always shared knowledge. I have been able to send my staff to train with them, and any overspill from the hotels I've been able to book with them. So it's been a really pleasure to get to know them over the last 10 years. And Carriacou is a gem. It's a wonderful little place in the Caribbean Sea, and I can't think about a better hotel group to come and develop here. They care about the staff, they care about the community, they care about the environments, and I think that they are the perfect fit for Carriacou. They're gonna come here and really care and do something beautiful with this little island, and they will invite the local people to do so, just like I like to hire talent. And I don't have any person coming to work from any other country. We work with local people, we work in the communities, and we care about our environment. So I am very happy for them. I'm looking forward to come and stay in that resort when it's ready. In the meantime, I'm happy to be at Mermaid or Green Roof or any of the other little hotels here in Carriacou. And yeah, I wish them good luck.
Developers say the project signals growing investor confidence in Carriacou and represents another step toward expanding the island's appeal as
So that's a good piece there by MTV. And look, something is happening, because it's not just True Blue Bay go in and build a hotel in Carriacou, but I think La Luna, I stand to be corrected, either La Luna or Sandals, either La Luna, Sandals, or one of them. I stand to be corrected, but one of them also going to Carriacou to build. That is good for Carriacou, it's good for the state of Grenada. But it's happening because the government is on board and in full support of the development that must happen in Carriacou. You have the airport. They're going to put night landing at the airport. They already start expanding the facility to facilitate that seating area and all those kind of stuff. That should have happened years ago. But this government has the vision, and they're doing it now, which is really great. Then you have many of the roads being built, constructed, the jetty to take you to Petit Martinique, so you can go to Carriacou, but you may want to visit Petit Martinique. They're working on that too. It's well on its way. Then you have the facilities, the hospital. They've done tremendous work there. The police station, the clinics, the schools, play areas in some of those schools, the playing fields, a lot of work. And Carriacou continues to rebuild. Look at the Build Back Better houses that they're doing for the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. I mean, things are happening for them. Water storage, the farmers. We know of pineapple production in Carriacou. I featured that recently. So the farmers are taken care of too.
The government's drive for agricultural self-sufficiency is yielding sweet results in Carriacou. Over 1,000 pineapple plants established in October 2025 at the Dumfries Agricultural Station are showing remarkable progress. The Division of Agriculture spearheads the project within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and local government. It aims to eliminate the Twin Islands' dependency on imported pineapples by meeting local consumption demands. District Agriculture Officer Stanford Lawrence revealed more than 30 farmers have already benefited directly since the project's inception.
The program started with 30 farmers, each receiving 30 plants, and approximately 1,000 plants were planted at the Dumfries Station as a nursery. The objective is to provide planting material for farmers to expand production in Carriacou so we get a pineapple. As I said, through the year, once it is properly managed. Now, this pineapple here today is just approximately 8 months old. Initially, we will have a training with 30 farmers in the propagation of pineapple. The training was conducted by Mr. O'Neill. Today, we have a follow-up training to deal with flower induction. This pineapple should come into bearing. We should be able to harvest pineapple from this field by December of this year. And based on the amount of plants we have growing here, we should be able to get approximately anywhere between 2,000 to 2,000 planted material for farmers.
The state-backed initiative serves a dual purpose, securing the local food supply and establishing a reliable, sustainable distribution network of planting materials to farmers to expand their own crops. He spoke of the monitoring component of the initiative.
Most of the farmers who have visited, the field would have been progressing, well, based on the 30 plants that I got, would have been progressing reasonably well. But fortunately at Dumfries, our plants here would have stood up very well, and I'm pleased to say that it is compared to some of the best fields in Grenada. Hence the reason we are starting flower induction at the moment.
Lawrence said that even with the island's water challenges, officials expect high production levels.
Well, this variety is called MD2 variety. It came from Costa Rica. Well, some of the characteristics of this variety is that it has a longer shelf life. In terms of after harvesting, it can store for a longer period. It's very sweet. You can get at least 3 to 5 pounds per plant. And pineapple generally is a drought-tolerant plant. This field here we have presently at Dumfries, no irrigation was applied to this field. And given the harsh condition, you can see for yourself how well it is progressing given the harsh conditions. So generally, pineapple is a drought-tolerant plant. And
yes, so things are happening. Things are happening for the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And what I love is the fact that they're not treated as stepchildren. They're a part of the state of Grenada, which includes Carriacou and Petite Martinique. I love how they're treated. So the NNP, they will continue to tell you that nothing is happening. They will continue to blame, complain, grind, groan, have all kinds of bad things to say, because that is how they've always operated. They believe to get into power, they need to be negative, they need to be critical of everything and anything. They believe so. I am saying to you, the Grenadian people, home and abroad, you don't need to be a genius to feel it, to see it, to know that it's happening. Things are happening. Opportunities are being created for our people. And if you're honest, if you're sincere, you will admit, you will say it out loud, that Grenada is moving forward and that development is taking place, opportunities are being created. Things that never happened under NNP, they're happening now to better the lives and living standards of our people. And we have to be really, really proud of the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell. He will travel to Canada on the weekend.
Hello, Canada, and our beloved Grenadians in Canada and friends of Grenada in Canada. As I visit Canada, please join me for a series of engagements in Ontario and Montreal. The first 2 engagements will be in Montreal. The first event will will be an informative and engaging town hall meeting on Thursday, 4th June 2026 from 7 p.m. at the Gala Garden, 2214 Avenue Dola, Lassie. Accompanying me will be Honorable Philip Telesford, Minister for Health and Member of Parliament for St. George Southeast, and His Excellency Sylvester Quallis, High Commissioner of Grenada to Canada. We will provide updates and information on many issues, including advances in healthcare and Project Polaris, together with updates on the Diaspora Homecoming event. I look forward to meeting and engaging with all of you. The second event, hosted by the NDC Montreal chapter, is an evening of exquisite elegance, featuring cocktails and dinner. It takes place on Friday, 6 June 2026 from 6:30 p.m. It will be held at the Plaza Bolloré, located at 6600 Chemin de la Côte du Lac, St. Laurent, Quebec. I look forward to this enchanting experience with you. Ontario, then it's your turn as we host a fireside chat with cocktails and dinner on Saturday, 6 June 2026 from 6:30 p.m. at the Bellevue Manor, 8083 Jane Street, Concord, Ontario. I look forward to an engaging and informative evening with you. Hello, Canada, and our beloved Grenadians in Canada and friends of Grenada in Canada. As I visit Canada, please join me for a series of engagements in Ontario and Montreal. The first two engagements will be in Montreal. The first event will be an informative and engaging town hall meeting on Thursday, 4th June 2026 from 7 p.m. at the Gala Garden, 2214 Avenue Dola, Lassie. Accompanying me will be the Honorable Philip Telesford, Minister for Health and Member of Parliament for St. George Southeast, and His Excellency Sylvester Quallis, High Commissioner of Grenada to Canada. We will provide updates and information on many issues, including advances in healthcare and Project Polaris, together with updates on the Diaspora Homecoming event. I look forward to meeting and engaging with all of you. The second event, hosted by the NDC Montreal chapter, is an evening of exquisite elegance, featuring cocktails and dinner. It takes place on Friday, 6 June 2026 from 6:30 p.m. It will be held at the Plaza Bolloré, located at 6600 Chemin de la Côte du Lac, St. Laurent, Quebec. I look forward to this enchanting experience with you. Ontario, then it's your turn as we host a fireside chat with cocktails and dinner on Saturday, 6 June 2026 from 6:30 p.m. at the Bellevue Manor, 8083 Jane Street, Concord, Ontario. I look forward to an engaging and informative evening with you.
Right, so the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, our beloved Prime Minister, he will be traveling to Canada. So on the 5th, 6th, 7th, the whole weekend from Friday all the way through. So there'll be plenty activities. Please participate, get your tickets for some of the events. Some are pretty much accessible, free town hall style engagements and so on. That is the way to go. All right, that is the way to go. Venue change for the town hall in Montreal. Marva is saying that on the live. But at the end of the day, it's really good to see the folks in the diaspora embracing the Grenadianness and supporting the transformation of this country, because you have to be a part of it. We're all one. You may have traveled for better opportunities, to go on to greener pastures, to be able to work, to build a home back here, to maybe buy lands or maybe invest in a business, or maybe to work and retire happily. But you're a Grenadian and you love your country. And I really want to wish those in the diaspora all the best. I meet them often, especially when I go to the United States. I say to friends or people, I would be on the bus and Grenadians will come up to me and say, hey, Kim, I love your program. Keep doing what you're doing. I know you somewhere, right? That kind of thing. And they would go as far as to say, you don't have to pay. All right? You don't have to swipe. Just go. I go to the train station. I would meet a Grenadian or two working there with MTA. And they would say, don't pass where you normally have to swipe. Pass in this gate or this entrance. All right? You don't have to pay. That's the love that I get. I go to those fast food places in the United States. All right? Popeyes, McDonald's, and that kind of thing. Burger King and wherever. I pop in there. There will be a Grenadian. There will be a Grenadian there. And I remember I was so surprised. I went to one of them and I pull out my money to pay. And someone from the back says to me, no, you don't have to pay. It's taken care of. And I said, what do you mean by that? All right. I think it was somewhere down Flatlands, somewhere down that side, Canarsie side. And I was like, okay. And then the supervisor, manager, whoever, came to me and say, Mr. Jones, my mother listened to you often. I, from time to time, will hear you. Keep doing what you're doing for Grenada, and we will pay. You see? We will pay. I remember going to a bar in New York, and again, same kind of love. Coalport. I pop in at Coalport, same kind of love. I pass by Denny's, the Nutmeg House, same kind of love. In other words, wherever I go, it's the love. People invite me at their place. It says something, and it's not just in New York or outside of Grenada, but if I'm in Grenville or Sotez or in Ladigue or in Richmond or in Windsor Forest or Malmont or Grand Mall or Grand Roy or Gove, Maran, Grandans, St. George's, everywhere. Same love, same vibes, same warmth. And I can tell you this, I have been in the politics for 27 years. All right? 27 years. I've been involved deeply in the politics. And I can tell you, you see, talk radio and hosting a program like this with politics, a little economics, one or two times I might touch on social issues, but I try to avoid going into that realm. But dealing with the politics and so on, if people like you and like what you do, particularly when it's a program well known to be pro-NDC. I am for the government. I am for NDC. I am an NDC supporter, right? So it's well known, it's well established. I will promote and defend them. All right? So the mere fact that I am greeted that way and embraced that way and treated well and celebrated that way, right? It speaks to not just me, but it says that the party is doing well. It says that the government is doing well. It says that our beloved Prime Minister is doing well because I am well known. I mean, nearly everybody knows Kim Jones, small, middle-aged, elderly. And I can tell you, when NDC was on the losing end between 2013 to 2021. All right? Not the 8 or 9 months before the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, became leader. But let's say about 2 years before or 3 years before the actual 2022 election. So let's go as far as 2019. right? 2019. And I get a sense, I could have sensed movement. I could have sensed that people were moving away from NNP and Keith and all of them, and they wanted something fresh, they wanted something new, and they embraced the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team. And even before that, every event that I had, every engagement, everywhere I go, it was the same kind of feel. And that has been maintained up to today. So it's a good indicator, a good, guide as to where people are. Because if people don't like the government or don't like the prime minister or don't like this and that, I will get to feel it before you, and even before some of the ministers of government, and even before some of these people, right, at the helm. Because I am really grassroots. I go to funerals, I go to parties, I go to blockos, I go to River Jam, I go to, you see me on the side of the damn road, eating something, drinking something, mixing, mingling with people. I go to nearly all events and every activity. I'm right there in the mix. All right. I'm all about. Go to weddings, I go to everything. So you get a feel of what's going down, right? And that is something that I always use as a guide. People talk, a lot of people talk, all right? But I am actually at the front line in all of this. And it has been maintained, the feeling, the warmth, the love, the everybody, everywhere you go. You know, I was by the road today, and I'm talking about on the greens. That's why I walked from where I live, just about 2 minutes or 3 minutes walk, even less than that if I'm walking faster, all right? Because I live at the foot of Mardi Gras, and I just walk down to the greens, and because buses take quite a while during that period of the day, I stood there for a good bit, but the amount of vehicles that were going the other direction, and they stopped and say, "Hey, Cam, how you doing? I love your program." Da, 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 da. I mean, it's not strange because those things do happen. People call, they talk, they let me know what's going down. But it says a lot, because if the government is not performing, I will not get a kind of reaction, response, react, everything. I would not get that kind of, hi, hello, how you doing? I like your program, I like what's going on in the country, and I would not get a feedback. So the government is performing well. Things are happening, and that is why when Junior George, for example, earlier today or earlier in the evening, did the poll, the voting, Emlyn Pay, Peter David, or Deacon Mitchell, it's kind of a foregone conclusion. It's a given. People kind of know the outcome. And there are people who are just there watching and not voting. So, for example, I know 3 people who were here, all right, earlier, and they never voted, but they're NDC. All right? But there are people like that. And still, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, I think he got about what? 200 and something or 300 and something votes? 300 and something votes, something wrong there. All right? And Emlyn Pay was what? 60 something? 66, 60, somewhere wrong there? 70 something, somewhere wrong there. But that will always happen. Because you see, the most, right, so I was actually correct. So 306 for the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, 9 for Peter David, and 66 for Emlyn Pay. So I'm saying all of this to say to you that Grenadians understand good things. They know when something is good. So even if Keith Mitchell goes on a stage now and fight up and beat up and get on with his bacchanalish behavior and self, Grenadians are not even bothered with him. They see him as a kicks, as a joke. And then it's a real reflection of the NNP and what the NNP looks like. In, out, sideways, always. So Grenadians have turned the page on NNP. And somebody with a liquor sense must tell them that. Yes, they're trying to rope in some new people or people who are at the back, they're bringing them to the front with the hope that Grenadians will be fooled and they will be tricked, and then they would make that mistake and vote for these people who are rejected. The NNP, they rejected these people, right? But they think that Grenadians are not following what's going down. All people are smart, all people are intelligent, and they know when something is good. So you can't fool them that easily. So again, folks, things are happening. Opportunities are being created for our people. People are excited about the future of Grenada. You see, you have to have hope. Hope in something. So, yes, things are happening, but you have to be able to see 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Based on what is happening now, you can form a conclusion. You can visualize what it would look like if this continues, what Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique will look like 5, 10 years down the road. You have to have hope. You have to be optimistic. You have to be excited about the future of our country. That is very, very important. Because we experienced Keats and NNP for all of these years. We experienced them. They can't fool us. We know about their track record. And we are now experiencing the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team. So we can actually compare. Yes, NDC been there for almost 4 years. Yes, NNP been there for 23 years and a half. But I'm talking about the NNP of Keith Mitchell and the NDC of the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell. That's the comparison here. We can actually compare and look at the performance and what we have seen. And yes, some people may say, well, NNP been there for so long, why should you compare? Yes, we can actually compare certain things. We can look at certain things. Grenada is moving forward. Opportunities are being created for our people. And I love it. And I want to say to the 728 people who are viewing me now, and to those who are actually listening to me on the radio, Vibes 101.3 FM and 106.3 FM, things are happening for people in the country. And when I say 728 people, it's Facebook and YouTube. I stream on Restream. So the program runs concurrently on YouTube, on Facebook, and if I want to add Instagram, if I want to add X, if I want to add any other social media platform, I can. All right. The program is carried on the radio, actual FM radio here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. All right. So right now we have 733 people viewing me live. So I want to say to you, things are happening. Opportunities are being created for people. Let us embrace it, because those things don't happen often. You see, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell is God sent. And you have to understand that. We don't get a prime minister like this every time or regularly. It will happen every 20 years, every 30 years, and that kind of stuff. It just doesn't happen like this. So after the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, we may get somebody better than him, maybe 20 years down the road. Right? And never say there isn't better. All right? Because there are people who say, well, Keith Mitchell alone could this and Keith Mitchell alone could that. But look today. We are happy with the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Some people ask him, well, where he been all the while, where he? You know, God sent, anointed to come and deliver our people and better the living standards and condition of our people. This is, it's somewhat magical. But those things don't happen often. So we have to embrace it. We have to enjoy it. So we have to, as a people, understand that this country is being developed, opportunities are being created for our people, and we must take full advantage of it. There's so many programs, young people are taking advantage of it. And let's keep that up. Let's keep that up. So the folks in Canada, do not forget, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell will be there on the weekend. There's quite a number of activities, quite a number of activities. Some folks sent me, I saw earlier, some folks, right, so a person's in sandals. So it's sandals that's going to Carriacou. All right. Thank you very much there. So quite a number of activities, a number of people sent me. All right. So St. George Northeast, Poland Division 4, they have a breakfast sale on Saturday coming at Mount Gay, Mount Gay Junction there, right? So Mount Gay. So they have a breakfast sale. Breakfast costs $20. Coconut bakes, fried bakes, saltfish sauce, sausages, eggs, fish cakes, chicken, they just mix it up for you to give you something good. Also on sale, local juice. So it's right there at Mongay, starting at 6 in the AM on Saturday coming. All right. Then you have in St. Mark, the NDC branch in St. Mark. They're having an after-work lime, ice cold bar, dominoes and cards, as well as other games. Music by a popular DJ. So that's Wednesday, the 3rd. Oh, Thursday's a Friday. No. Thursday's a holiday. Lord, I say Thursday or Friday. Thursday is a holiday in Grenada. Yes, Thursday's a holiday. Good. So that is why they're having having the event on Wednesday. Because I was wondering, why Wednesday? So it's Wednesday, that's tomorrow, the 3rd of June. Wednesday, the 3rd of June, starting from 5 in the PM. Venue, the party office in Victoria. The party office in Victoria. Then you have the NDC St. John branch. They have a luncheon by their party office in Grove. You know that Fish Friday Street? There, that's Friday coming, starting at 5 p.m. after work. They have a luncheon during the day and an after work line from 5 p.m. So the luncheon starts at 11:30 a.m. and it's $25 for a lunch. And then they have the after work line starting at 5 p.m. All right. So quite a bit happening, and I know of some other events. Once the folks send me, I will promote it for them. All right. So if you didn't hear your event, send me and I will promote it for you once it's an NDC event. So folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful night. All right. My good friend there, Osbert Charles, sent me a message. He told me to check my message. All right. Osbert. All right. Osbert said, hey, check your message. I saw that earlier. All right. It works very hard for the party. All right. Let me see here. All right. All right. Anyways, folks, so I haven't seen that. Maybe he sent me an email or something. I don't know. Right. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best. Take good care. And I'll be back with you tomorrow, God's willing, starting from 8 in the AM. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye for now.